Namaskar. Today is February 8th. We are standing in that bridge between the winter chill and the heat of Indian summer. In Maharashtra, this is the time of pilgrimages. People are walking, traveling, and seeking some form of divine connection. But let me ask you a question. Have you ever been so focused on doing the right thing that you completely missed the human thing? We have a word for this in Marathi. Sovra. It refers to the strict rules of purity. Today, I want to tell you a story about a man named Sant Eknath from Paithan. He was a scholar, a brilliant mind, and a man of extreme discipline. But one afternoon, in scorching trail of Deccan, he had to make a choice that defied every logical rule of his religion to satisfy a higher logic of science and life. So here is the scene. Eknath Maharaj and a group of devotees are walking back from Kashi, Varanasi. They have walked hundreds of miles. In their hands, they are carrying a small pots of water from the river Ganga, Ganga Jal. Now you have to understand the logic of the Varkari at that time. This water wasn't just a liquid, it was the most precious substance on earth. They had carried it across mountains and forests to offer it to deity in Rameshwaram, thousands of miles to the south. The rule was simple: the water must not touch the ground, it must stay pure. If you lose the water, your entire year long pilgrimage is logicless. It's a failure. Eknath was the leader. He was the one everyone looked up to for following the rules. They reached a place in the middle of a desert like patch in Maharashtra. It was a midday. The heat was intense. कडाक्याचं ऊन होतं. The kind of heat that makes the horizon shimmer. Suddenly, by the side of the road, they see a donkey. It's not just sitting, it's dying. Its tongue is parched, sticking to the sand. Its ribs are shaking. It is gasping for its very last breath. The pilgrims in the group look at it and say, poor animal. And they keep walking. Why? Because their logic says, my Ganga Jal is for the god. This is just a donkey. If I give my water to the animal, I become impure. My ritual is broken. But Eknath Maharaj stops. He looks at the donkey and then he looks at the pot of holy water. Without a second thought, he kneels in the dust. He tilts the precious holy Ganga water, water he carried for hundreds of miles, straight into the muddy mouth of dying monkey. The crowd went silent. Someone shouted, Maharaj, what have you done? That was for the Lord at Rameshwaram. You wasted the pilgrimage. Eknath Maharaj looked up and said something that is masterclass in cultural logic. He said, if God is everywhere, isn't he in the thirsty throat right now? If I let the living creature die while holding a holy water, then that water is just plain mud. Let's look at the science and compassion here. In modern biology, we talk about homeostasis. The donkey was in the state of terminal hydration. Its system were failing. Eknath recognized that the immediate biological need of living being is higher priority than a symbolic gesture to a stone idol. In Marathi, we call this Bhutadaya, mercy toward all living beings. He realized that dharma, duty, isn't just a static list of rules, it's a dynamic response to the suffering in front of you. He chose the logic of life over logic of ritual. The story ends with Donkey getting up, revitalized. Eknath didn't feel like he lost his pilgrimage. He felt he had finished it right then and there. As we sit here in February 2026, we are all carrying our own Ganga Jal. Maybe it's our career goals, our rigid schedules, or our perfect plans. We get so caught up in the rituals of our modern lives that we ignore the thirsty donkeys around us, a friend in a need of talk, or even our own mental health. The logic of Sant Eknath is simple. God doesn't live in a pot of water. He lives in the act of quenching thirst. So, this week, look around. Is there someone near you who needs your holy water more than your ritual does? Break the rules, save the life. That is the truest Marathi culture. If this story made you think, let me know in the comments. How do you balance your rules with your humanity? Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into our logic and culture. Until next time, keep your heart open and your logic sharp. Ram Krishna Hari.